Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Bral.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Bral.
Hello everyone, I'm Salem Mortar. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zaked. I play Lafdul, Moonglade, an elven specialty priest and thief multiclass from Realm Space, and his current title is the mournful, morose, malcontent Mischiefmaker. Because he's a little upset of someone dying recently.
Indeed,
We're all gonna die eventually.
That's true, that's true. You know? Each day brings you one day closer to your final year.
Well, that's cheered everyone up.
I know, isn't it?
Alright, we don't have Elev speeding that process along.
Don't worry,
On the bright side, Lafdul might live longer than the rest of us.
Well, depends on
so-
your lifestyle. I mean, Lev had just proven that, you know.
And don't worry, I am trying to speed the process up as well. For those who wish to give the players an advantage, 500 bits will get the player or dungeon master of their choice a reroll. Currently, Braxon, Finn, Ockar, and Lafdul have 0, and Solas has 2. I, the dungeon master, only have 10. So
Sounds like the DM's trying to kill us because Saturday's back.
Solas isn't going to be dying, he's just going to be transitioning into a new job as a librarian in Ogma's library.
You're not going to die, you're just going to fade away. Alright, we left off last time. The party was getting prepared to leave the city of Bral. I wanted to give you guys a week to see if there was any last-minute stuff that you wanted to do. It had been forgotten that you do kind of need to buy food and water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies. You don't need food and water.
I mean, you don't.
Could
The rest
do.
of us do.
We would have got food and more. So the question is, do we want to buy the water, or do we want to take water from an asteroid, or do people that can magically make water want to magically make water?
Water?
Water.
I
Water
mean,
in Mallorca don't taste like
didn't-
Mallorca.
Didn't we get our water refreshed when we returned to dock? Yes, that was a little while ago, but as long as the crates are sealed, it's generally fine.
I'm not sure.
And we got
Well-
like purified water, worst case scenario, anyway.
You
We
would
have to
have
pay
gotten
air and water
topped back
tax.
up to your normal ship maximum, but the question is also whether you want to take more.
Yeah.
We've taken more in the past. I can't remember
We
how much.
can make
extra we took.
water relatively easily.
Can you make water in the Phlogiston?
yeah,
Yeah.
create water and food is a first level spell and it's not one of the spell spheres that is prevented.
Yeah, the
Oh, and it does-
crate.
The water doesn't
Um,
come from the elemental plane of water then.
No,
Actually,
it's
create
created.
water. Does it create?
It's create food and water and it's creation if I remember correctly.
Right.
That's the
Yeah, no, I'm on about the
that's a
elemental
sphere. That's
water.
not the school.
Yeah, and presumably the food comes from the elemental plane of food.
Create
need to play-
create water is alteration. School
Right.
and sphere
That should
elemental
still
water, but
work, I guess.
yeah, it's not conjuration summoning.
Yeah, there's a.
Or dimension.
But I think create food and water is like 3rd level, isn't it?
Yeah, create
Purify
food and water is
food and
third
water.
level. I was
Purify
referring
food
to
and
the...
Well, we can get that refreshed from the shrine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely up to you guys.
And
And yes,
also
it is
the fish creates 60 60 gallons of water per day.
I think we should just buy what we need.
Yeah, we should just buy some extra food.
Yeah, the food, yeah, we need to buy. I'm not
Yeah.
so fussed about the water.
All right,
Yeah.
we're cheaping out with water.
Okay,
Would we have been able to have said we were topping up the water?
yeah, so like
Or-
there's a water service, and that's when you dock, and that tops up your water.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure you already paid for that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. And if it's gone stagnant, we can always cast Purify Water on it, so...
It hasn't been that long.
Well, they should be sealed generally as well. Actually, at least... Oh, it's here no doubt. I was gonna ask how they were sealed, I guess, with tar or something. The barrels.
Alright, so, how much provisioning do you want to get?
How long
To
does it
normal
take for us to get
max,
to
or do you want to
realm?
go beyond that, etc., etc.?
We should get extra food because we've got GIF, so we've gone above our rating. No, we're going to be going above the rating of a 4-month voyage. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
no, I'm
so-
not complaining. I just found it funny. That was all. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you are also going to another sphere that's
Yeah.
not super duper far away. And actually, like, of the 3 major spheres, realm space, gray space, and print space, realm space is the smallest.
Yeah.
How long? Is that a month or less? More?
Just in case we get stuck in a Sargasso, I think it's good to have extra dried rations or whatever it is.
So
I can't remember what it was. I had notes somewhere. It was like 1,500 for.
no, I've got the prices if you need it, but real fast. So you're not sure exactly what the phlogiston trip is gonna take.
Yeah.
Month, give or take, some weeks. We'll put it that way.
That's
Similar amount of
fine.
time to get to gray space. Realm space is about a month to get into the inner sphere area, give or take.
Yeah.
Gray space. Now again, you can top up in realm space again, so that's the other
Yeah.
thing. Gray space, you're looking at 2 months to get into the inner sphere,
Yeah.
give or take.
Question.
Mhm.
Estimation on how long would it take from gray space to Tire space?
Right, I should have looked at that. Hold on.
So Solas has indicated to the party that he would, on this same trip, want to visit Tire space.
These
It's
all
next to-
strike me as spheres where we can get food.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to be able to get food. I think we should just get 2 extra units of food, just in case we run into some sort of problem, like running into a Sargasso. Yeah. To buy us a bit of time, and then we can top it up in realm space if we need to. Yeah. I don't think we should try and work out exactly how much food we're going to eat between where we are and our destination, because we're not, like, if we get sent for a cosmic storm or anything, we're not going to know that in advance.
What even is the mighty Sargasso?
It's that
Sargassos
thing.
are dead magic areas
It's-
where your ship shuts down.
It's
Ah,
that
right.
thing we flew into a while ago where I ordered an emergency reverse because I realised what it was.
Yeah, as long as you're
Yeah.
able to maintain your momentum. I don't think you just suddenly stop. You just carry on going at that momentum as long as you don't
Well,
stop it.
The helm went down and came back up again, and that I remembered somebody had told me. Never been in a Sargasso before, but I remembered that someone had said that they act like that, and I was like, emergency reverse.
Yeah,
So we don't know how big that was.
you do not maintain spelljamming speed momentum. When your helm
you
shuts
don't, you
down,
just-
your helm shuts down, and you may drift, but you're drifting at maybe tactical speed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I don't think I've figured out the size of tier space, but you could probably estimate a month to get into the inner sphere. That's pretty average.
Yeah.
I will certainly come up with stuff for that. Um, The trip, since you've taken it before, you're looking at a month and a half, give or take, a few weeks.
Okay. I would notify this to the party, and I did buy the charts and the guide for tier space.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, because Solas was interested in seeing what there was that he didn't know about his sphere and what he could say was wrong in the guidebook.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Braxon's currently reading through the Realm Space Guide, and Ockar's currently reading through Braxon's Grey Space Guide. But we can swap over later so that we've all got a chance to read all of them.
Yeah, I mean, you got plenty of time on any phlogiston trip to read these things. It does not take very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that does give me a good jumping off point. I did write up some basic notes that you would learn from the Realm Space Guidebook. So let me go ahead and read that off to you. First of all, the guidebook will mention some objects out beyond the outer planetary orbit to be aware of. It notes that there is a giant skull-shaped asteroid. It warns you to avoid that. Rumors say that that illithids frequent the area.
Okay.
It also notes that there are two nebulae. One is called the Color Spray Nebula, and the other one is the Galleon Nebula. It doesn't exactly say avoid them. These are actually things that I forgot to put into my notes, and I need to put in later, by the way. But they do. The guidebook does say that there are rumors of strange magical effects that happen to ships that get too close to them or pass through them. So it basically says proceed with caution. It does note that there are rumors. Some say that people have been healed of injuries and diseases and things like that, passing through some of them as well. But cannot confirm any of that.
Can neither confirm nor deny it.
Basically. Then it moves on to the planets themselves, and it starts with the outermost planet, and it works in because the assumption is that you're taking this and going to realm space. So it starts with the outermost planet, which it names Hakatha. And it says, a void planet, numerous beholder hives are known to frequent the world. The air is fresh and the water is drinkable, but the danger is high. So if you're desperate for air and water, you can get it there, but beware beholders is essentially what it says. Next in...
experience with that.
Oh, don't worry. Beholders are coming. Next in is Garden. And it describes this as a series of rocky asteroids all connected by a giant viney plant. Food and water and air aplenty can be found on this world, but beware that there are pirates said to hide within the world cluster. There are no formal ports on the asteroids of the world, but there are hermits and minor rural settlements throughout. Generally people who just, want to do their own thing and be left alone kind of thing. However, there's just tons and tons of plant life that you can get and animals that you can hunt throughout all of the small worldlets. And it does have some notes about the giant plant. The leaves are enormous. It is said that some ships have used the leaves as sails, and a local tradition is wrapping the dead in the leaves before sending them off to their final rest, either burying or launching them into space, kind of thing. It does list some significant moons. The most significant it mentions is Farworld, a spherical outermost moon that does have a thriving trading post settlement, as well as farms. Many traders visit, and a variety of goods can be found in the main port, which features a lake and docks and a large flat landing area. So this is a highly recommended port for traders to visit, especially entering or leaving realm space, because it is the last safe port, and it's either the first safe port or the last safe port if you're coming in when Garden is closed. Then it lists a second moon, Templar, which is a flat world that it describes as hosting an enclave of mages. It's a relatively large flat moon, and there are docking facilities at one edge, and a variety of esoteric items can be bought or sold at that port. But they also have need for like mundane things as well.
Do you think they'd be selling books that we could buy for our library?
Possibly. Like it doesn't list out all the things, but it kind of gives an indication. So like if you're selling or buying esoterica, that's the place to go for that. Whereas if you need
Solas is definitely interested in.
Yeah, if you need normal supplies, Farworld is the place to go, or you want to sell normal supplies.
Yeah.
Basically, it describes Farworld as like it's a good hub. If you were just going to come into realm space, offload cargo, and then leave, that's the place you want to go.
Yeah, we should definitely go there. And like I think Solas said he wanted to look into expanding the library.
So it has a brief description of other moons, noting that they are all either considered dangerous or uninteresting. Like nothing of interest is known about them, or known to be on them.
Is there anything about any of those moons being short of water? Because I know Ockar's into this idea that we find somewhere with no water.
No, that wouldn't really be in the book, unless it was like a warning: don't land on this planet if you need water, because there isn't any kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they don't have anything like that on any of those moons.
Well, Braxon will say maybe we can do a flyby of some of these moons and see if I'm not very good at spotting what plants are on a planet, but maybe Finn can have a look through the spyglass.
I mean, that's more the thing that you would like land at Farworld and be like, hey, what's the news, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, we can do that.
Next in, it describes Glyph in very sparse details, noting that it is a ring world. It is very dangerous, known to be inhabited by a great many Illithids, and recommends avoiding landing at all costs. It does note that there is a welcoming moon called Mingabwe that is very cold, but it does feature a handful of small hardy ports with hardscrabble residents. So basic goods would be of interest there, and things that you can purchase would be, lots of furs are available and stuff like that. It notes that there are some other moons, and the rings as well do have, are large enough to visit, but recommends against them due to various dangers, including the threat of Illithids. Next in is the world Chandos, which it describes as an uninhabited water world with fresh air. Information relayed about the islands of the world have repeatedly been reported to be incorrect. so avoidance is advised unless fresh food and water is critical. So basically, the guidebook tells you that repeatedly they have been told that information that they have about landing spots on this world have been incorrect.
Right.
So they're not reporting any of that anymore. And they have
If it's a
explicitly
water
taken that
world,
out.
does the guidebook say anything about if it's a water world? Does it say anything about whether it's all sea or fresh water?
I actually could not find that information in the book, so I'm assuming that that
We
this
don't
one,
know.
Well, if it doesn't say that it's saltwater, I kind of assume it's freshwater, generally, to a certain extent. Because like, I don't know.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Well, no, more than I'm actually talking about the like out of game. I actually don't know what it's supposed to be. I couldn't. Like I didn't read the material real quickly because I knew that there wasn't really anything of note that I would have put in there. Like there's a lot of like there's some plot hooks and stuff like that. But
we need to write to Dale Slade Henson on Twitter.
Clearly. But yeah, like it just it doesn't.
He might actually answer.
It doesn't really note that. So I think it's freshwater, but I would need to go read in more depth, and I didn't want to do that. So
yeah, it might also be some sort of weird water that isn't got salt in but tastes a bit weird. Could be anything going
on. But yeah, I mean, it does note that they're you can get fish if you're desperate. Then the next world in is another water world called Carpri, which it also notes is uninhabited. And this one has no known land masses other than the polar ice caps. Fish are abundant, but other than for refreshing air or emergency supplies, nothing of value is known for the world. So it's more of a. It's not dangerous, but there really isn't anything there to get.
Yeah.
So no reason to go there unless you're in an emergency situation and need supplies.
Yeah.
Next one is the lengthiest article. It is the world of Toril. Highly inhabited world with many ports. Recommended landing locations are the Arcane's Dock and the cities of Chunming, Waterdeep, Kalimshan, Hazuz, and Iso. Be warned, the world is home to numerous factions that would love to gain helms, as well as dangerous dragons and other flying monsters, so stick to the known ports, which do tend to be safer, because they are protected.
And it listed the known ports that are safe?
Yes, so it says Chunming, Waterdeep, Kalimshan, Hazuz, and Iso. And it has some more information about them, like some local regulations and stuff like that. But just like if I were gonna write this into an article, I would expand this out quite a bit.
Yeah. Would Braxon and Ockar know this is the Shell homeworld?
See why we would?
Because there's a Shell town on Bral.
Yeah,
so
but neither of us are Shao. I don't think we would know much about their history.
You know that Shao are from Toril.
Yeah.
And some of the other peoples in Shao-Town are, like, people from Kozakura and Wa and
we literally
and stuff like that. But that's about all that they would know.
Yeah. But what I mean is we literally lived in a house of a Shao person for one of our adventures.
Yeah, well, no, they were not. They were in Shao-Town. They were part of that community, but they weren't Shao.
Okay, right, cool, fair enough.
Keep in mind that, just to get on a little tangent, you've got in Spelljammer all of these European-coded people from both canonical worlds, there are worlds in great space that don't have a whole lot of detail, but pretty clearly European coded people are from there. There's, on Bral there is the Norse people from a sphere world that we don't know anything about, that's never detailed. So again, more European coded people from somewhere. And then the material doesn't explicitly say it, but reading between the lines, it kind of basically says that all Asian coded people, East Asian coded people, are from Toril.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, there was
that feels bad. So
there was a reference in Spelljammer product.
Isn't in canon Bral is actually part of Realm Space because it's part of the Tears of Saloon?
It got placed there in Demi-Human Deities. Before that, it was wherever you wanted it to be, specifically detailing, like, noting that it could be in the Stellar Islands, actually I think the original was the Moons of Zivlin in Kryn Space, the Grinder in Gray Space, the Tears of Saloon in Realm Space, or your own campaign setting. Like, basically, it listed 4 possible locations for it, like that.
When we were having one of the meetings for the Wild Space magazine, somebody spotted that in the canon for Spelljammer, it says that the Chinese pantheon and the Japanese pantheon from Legends of Lore are worshipped in the Spelljammer universe, but it doesn't say where.
Right.
So there are people other than Shao that are Asian in the canon, but it's like the Vikings, that they're somewhere.
But they're not. That's the problem, is that they're not in the canon. There isn't even an indication that there are other Asian coded people out from other places there.
No, that's what I'm saying. The pantheons are mentioned, so they are in the canon, but it's
right.
But
you could have European people worship those deities.
That's true.
That's weird to think about.
I mean,
at least in like the context of D&D.
Like, if you look at Great Space, which worships the Greek pantheon, the ruler of the sphere is named Bruin Shambrath, which is an incredibly non-Greek name.
That sounds.
I want
to say Irish
Celtic.
or Welsh.
Sounds Celtic, yeah. So, and then there's some other names in it that are definitely not Greek. The architecture of his palace is not even, like, it doesn't even have, like, it is more sci-fi than anything else. But that's beside the point. So my personal headcanon for Great Space is that, they worship the Greek pantheon, but you have people of all sorts. And like, I specifically included one who was Arabic coded in a previous adventure from Great Space and worshipped one of the Greek deities. And so I think that there are also Asian coded people in Great Space.
Yeah, I think so.
And they just worship the Greek deities.
Because in the real world, that happens by the environment, doesn't it? Like, we all came from Africa and we all had dark skin, and then when people went north, they got lighter to absorb more vitamin D. So stuff like that would happen in D&D worlds. There'd even be people that don't exist in the real world, like people.
Yeah, but there's not, like, evolution doesn't necessarily work in, like, it doesn't necessarily happen. But it's beside the point. So anyway, the people that you stayed with were Japanese-esque, and it didn't come up, but their families were not from Kozakura or Wa.
Oh, okay.
So they were from another sphere, someplace else. And Sun Fayun is not from Realm Space.
Right. Fair enough.
So basically, like, it's a major, like, Shaolong has, like, it's a known nation, because they do have an organized expedition force kind of thing of people that they pay to go out and explore and search and trade and stuff like that. much more so than a lot of other places. So, but it is most definitely not the only place that people are from.
Uh-huh.
So that tangent aside, anyway.
Yeah, we're. Let's get back to the game.
The guidebook mentions then the moons of Toril. It notes Saloon, the spherical moon, has a large illusion on one side, and the residents of covering the entire side facing Toril, and it says that the residents consider it a breach of law to approach their world from that side. So it strongly advises against doing so. It does note some ports on the quote-unquote far side of the moon, but it also warns that the residents dislike people from Toril, so it recommends not landing if you have anyone from Toril, or if you've recently come from there or are planning to go there.
Right.
It's alright, Lafdul will disembark from the party at some point, and then you can go there.
Yeah, but can they smell the smell of people from Toril?
Lafdul doesn't smell. What are you on about?
No, I'm not saying you smell. Like, have they got some ability to detect stuff that comes from Toril?
Well, nothing says there,
Yeah.
one way or the other, so.
Probably accents, clothing, attire, the usual.
That's true.
Then it goes on to detail the Tears of Saloon, which is an asteroid cluster that trails behind Saloon. And it has numerous ports, of which it recommends the safest Dragon Rock, a large asteroid with a great number of dock facilities, and ships regularly travel from there down to the surface of Toril, so it's a great place to purchase goods or sell off goods intended for that to be the destination without actually having to go down there and risk, the dangers of dragons and factions and other things like that.
Yeah.
But it does also warn that
dragons are the worst.
As an asteroid cluster, there are known hidden pirate ports and or pirate bases and Neogi bases and Illithid bases and Beholder bases, so be forewarned.
Fair enough. Well, it sounds like if Lafdul wants to go to Toril, Dragon Rock will be a good place to drop him off.
Well, my initial plan was to go to Toril as well.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it is something that you could do is basically dock there and then basically catch, Lafdul could find an elven ship going to Evermeet, and you guys could find a ship going to someplace else that feels appropriate.
Or Zakharan or
yeah, you were talking about Zakara, so
Zakara.
That's up to you if you want to go there or someplace else, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Point being is that you can basically get a ride on a other ship that it'll briefly talk about groundling vessels are the easiest to hide.
Yeah.
Their origin of, so a lot of those ships that just go to Toril and then up to Dragon Rock are galleons and cogs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be better, because otherwise...
I don't think the Val Dolphin would fit in.
No, but the Dolphin Shuttle is designed to look like a grounding ship, but, we'd have to send loads of guards down and that sort of thing. Whereas if we go down with a trading company that goes up and down on a regular basis, they will know what we're looking for.
Also, they have their own guards to protect the ship, their own ship and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that doesn't become our problem.
Hmm.
It just the problem then becomes finding out information about this Zakara place and finding a guide to a suitable site or a site that you think might be suitable.
Yep.
Okay. Then it moves on to the next world, which it says is Koliar, a large air world with many floating landmasses within, inhabited primarily by lizardmen and Aarakocra. But it does note that there are many dragons found within the world, so dragons found in large numbers. So caution is advised. But the lizardmen and Aarakocra, while antagonistic towards each other, are very open to spell jamming. So there are a number of ports that it details. It also says that the uppermost ports, thus the most frequented ones, oftentimes have large structures going up into the sky, making them much more obvious to see.
Oh, you mean they poke out the clouds?
Yeah, like up into the sky, basically. It depends on the height of the particular landmass in question.
Okay. Well, that's something useful to know if we decide to go there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it does warn that if you see no docking ports, keep in mind that might mean that it is a lair of dragons. So avoid seemingly uninhabited landmasses in Koliar.
Right. Okay.
And then the final world is Anadia, the innermost world, which is a small world with an equatorial desert that is dangerous due to both the wildlife and harsh conditions. So it highly recommends avoiding that. The poles are temperate, but the southern region is reportedly in a state of constant warfare and feuding. So avoidance of that is also advised. The northern region has a peaceful government with a total of 4 ports, but Neogi raids have left other regions worried about attacks from space, and they prefer to take no risks, so caution is warranted when approaching.
Right.
So that is the basic overview of Realm Space.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. So with that
Yeah.
out of the way, what are you thinking about food and water?
Water, it sounds like we'd have provided a lot of our water and we can get some extra barrels off our asteroid if we need it.
Yeah, I mean
It-
you've
it-
basically already been topped up to your normal max with your
Yeah.
water service.
Yeah.
So
I think we should get a couple of extra lots of food.
Yeah, I agree.
Just in case we run into Sargasso or something. And then we can just worry about more once we've been to realm space. Yeah. We don't have to think out the whole journey.
Do they exist in the flow, or is it just in wild space?
Sargassos can
what-
exist in the flow as well.
Oh, that's awful.
I didn't know that.
We probably would have talked to our tavern. They would probably have mentioned it when we probably brought it up. Yeah, I heard one is in the flow or something.
So the thing is like if there's one on a river, yeah, it becomes pretty quickly known about. Like it would have to only intersect a portion of a river, a current, for it to not be well known. Like there would have to be a reasonable chance for a ship traveling along a well-known river to avoid one, for it to not be like, oh yeah, you're just gonna hit one, you know you got to be careful here, kind of thing. There are no known ones between realm space, between Brawl space and realm space and realm space and gray space. So if there were, if you did encounter one, either it would be moving or the river would be moving. The Phlogiston River would be moving and thus intersect them.
Yeah.
It would be a very freak occurrence.
Would we still be traveling at normal speed if we're moving through the Phlogiston River, which has a current?
It is impossible to determine speed. in the phlogiston, but you do move at Spelljammer. Like, there is a distinction between when you drop down to tactical speed and when you travel at Spelljamming speed, but no one can really say exactly what speeds these are.
No, I think people guess that it's faster because of the size of crystal spheres, and like there's gaps between crystal spheres, so people know that they're traveling a big distance, but they don't know how big the distance is.
Yeah.
And without knowing the distance, you only know the journey time.
Yeah. Without fixed basically without fixed points of reference, you cannot determine distance, and crystal spheres are not fixed points of reference because they move.
Yeah, and we probably also don't know if Floodstone rivers are straight or very snaky and bendy.
Correct. You can, you can tell that they do curve. They are not straight, but it is impossible to map out their exact, the exact angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a line or a tube or something like that. Like, there is a width, but when you get to the edges, it's not like a hard barrier. It just gets, it just fades away kind of thing.
Yeah.
They can be different colors and things like that, and it can be, like, when you're in one, you generally know you're in one, and you can always go out of one. There are supposedly some items that the arcanes sell that can point you in the direction of a specific crystal sphere, and you can head out of a, into the phlogiston outside of a current and still get to some place that you want to go. And you can just set off in any direction that you want. But unless you have something like that, or some other magic that can guide your way, it is highly ill-advised.
Yeah, I'm guessing the times I rolled badly on the navigation checks that we either dropped out the Floodstone River and had to find our way back to it, or we were at the edges instead of the middle or something.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that can easily vary the time. And sometimes it's just like there can be eddies, there can be things that where it's just not moving as fast.
So it's more like surfing.
I don't know anything about surfing, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't answer that.
Okay. Well, I've seen people on surfboards, and it seems like they arrange their body in the right way, and if they get it wrong, they flip up in the air and disappear.
Yeah, but I mean, also if you like the Olympics this year had kayak cross, where they've built a course for it, but if you go and watch that, you can see just how easy it is to make a tiny, tiny minor mistake and thus drop down to 4th place rather than come in first. Like, you can be first, make a tiny mistake, and now you're in 4th. Just because of how you're approaching the water and everything like that. So it is that's like you're when you're making navigation checks, you're trying to, get the perfect line, shall we say. So, anyway, how much food do you want to purchase? It's 500 gold.
How much food do we get normally?
I want to buy 2 extra lots over what the stated maximum is for what we need.
So it's 500 gold pieces for 2,400 man days worth of provisioning.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many lots do you want?
I don't remember how many we need for a 4-month trip. It's like what we need for our tonnage, which I think is 60 tons.
70.
70 tons. So what we need for 70 tons for a standard voyage, and then on top of that, two more, please.
Okay.
We can work out in the break if it's too much maths.
It's not, but you should probably have this written down somewhere so that you don't have to calculate it.
I should do, but I don't have it.
No, I don't mean you specifically. I mean you as a group.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, in that case, while I calculate this out,
this in player information?
I'm pretty sure I got it somewhere, but I didn't come to this game prepared to work out the food.
did come up before. The game.
Let's see. Yep, multiplied by the number of days it would. Month is 28 days.
Yes.
I'm looking at the spreadsheet we have.
Yeah, and I know we need 1 ton for every 2,400 man days of food. We go over and above our lot, so that would use up some cargo space.
So 2,400 man days. Our current tolls.
That's over and above the max. Basically, we've got enough space on the ship for 70 days of water, 70 days of food. As standard. And if you want to take more water or more food, it uses up cargo space.
So if you're looking
Right.
at 100 man days usage per day,
Yeah.
then 2,400 would get you 24 days. So you can think about just how many days you want.
I mean, I think 2,400 might be enough to last us, if we already have 70 days worth.
Yeah.
Didn't you want double that, so 4,800?
I think so, yeah.
So
So
remember that we have the salted pork creation.
Yeah, but that only helps so much.
Yes, that only helps so much, but do take it into account.
I still think spending 1,000 to get 4,800 is probably the best bet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. 2 lots. So that would give us extra, and we've got the sorted thing to top us up.
All right, so how much do you want to buy?
2 extra lots, please.
Okay, but you hadn't bought any before recently, I don't think.
Okay, so we need to top up to 70 tons. I know we got a free top up with food at the last port we were at. Was it an Elven port? And then we've had the long trip. So, hang on, let's have a look. See if I've got where we were, because we arrived on the place. So I'm a little.
Well, each one takes up a cargo space.
So last thing I had was we had 8,327 man days of food left when we was in the Dwarven Ring near the prison planet. So that's a while ago.
All right, then what I'm going to say is that if the numbers weren't kept up to date, then
Hey, we have current totals at the bottom here of number crew, how much air we use, and how much food we've used.
yeah, but if you don't know how much you had when you got into Bral, then I'm going to say that you need all fresh food.
Okay.
There was some spoilage. There was some, maybe the crew when they left, you're like, hey, we're getting rid of we're releasing you from employ. Have some provisions you can go home with, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Have some extra mature cheese.
Yeah, the last entry I see is Nutari to Chislev, and then we bought more food.
That was incredible.
That was extraordinarily longer.
No. The bit down the bottom is old data.
Oh,
Everything underneath that line 116 is old data that I hadn't.
Yeah, it's.
then the last thing we have written down is the trip to the prison planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like up here, line 115 or whatever.
We started getting given loads of free food by people, so it threw off my calculations.
Yeah, yeah, that was the last time we were top was when we left Stalingrad.
Yeah.
Because we were top.
On the ship sheet, there is mention standard top up from the elves plus 4,800 man days of food.
Yeah. But the last entry is line 112.
We'll just start off fresh and start counting
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah, so we get 70 worth plus 2 extra.
I would really like for us to start over with this because this is so confusing to me.
I'm going to wipe out the thing and start again because we've got new crew as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Please. So then I will attempt to learn this because this is.
Yeah.
I'm staring at it and my brain's just melting.
I know. Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That's why
The
you're
numbers
struggling
don't add
with
up.
it.
The numbers don't add up.
The numbers do add up, but it's weird maths.
Well, it's here nor there. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
buying
yeah.
6 slots because I think we need. What was in total?
3.5 will get you a full batch.
So that means we want to buy 5
Because
lots?
food is actually on a 30-day basis. I forgot. It's not 28 days. It's 30 days. It makes the math easier. You pay on a weekly basis, which comes out to 28 days, but food is done on a 30-day basis because it really makes the math easier.
Right.
Yeah. I'm with anything that makes it easier.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to wipe all this stuff out and start again. Well, I'll shove it down and get the new stuff in.
Oh, don't. All right. I'll get tangent and distracted if I say anything. So let's just.
I'm not going to do it now because we're in the game. I'll do it out the game. I haven't done anything recently because I've been helping do a DM's Guild product. So I've been a bit busy.
Right.
Well,
But
I mean,
I'll get this remake.
it can you guys should decide on it to be someone's job, and if you've got other things going on that means that you can't do it, then talk about having someone else do it.
I know, but we was on the asteroid, so it
Yeah,
didn't
no,
matter.
it's just a suggestion.
It should be a very simple thing. You just enter the numbers.
Yeah,
there you go.
It is.
You just
That's
calculate it.
That's why I made the thing at the top that works out whether someone eats 1 lot of food or 2 lots of food.
Okay.
And then it gives us a calculation of how much we use every day.
So 3.5 will fill you up to your normal ship maximum.
Yeah.
You can't buy a half lot of food.
Yeah, you can. You can if you want to buy a half lot, you can buy a half lot. It's fine. To get you to your maximum.
So we're either going to buy 5 or 5.5.
No, just buy 5, so that's 1.5 extra. So that it just makes it easier to keep the tonnage as well, which is 5 tons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. So your ship can hold enough for your normal maximum. Like in storage, that is not covered by extra. So like you've got larders and stuff like that built into your ship. So that is like free cargo, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost any tonnage.
Free real estate on our ship.
Yeah, just like crew quarters as well. If you take extra people, you've got nowhere to put people.
You just cram them in, right?
I'm sorry?
Right. Anyway, I think we've figured this out. I'll deal with this after the game.
Okay. So you're buying 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So
500
that
or-
will be 2,500 gold.
Do we not get a discount on bulk buying?
You can only buy in bulk. So discounts are already taken into account. Like they sell to ships, large ships. This is normal.
I'm always trying to get a deal in. Don't fault me for that.
I'm not faulting. I'm just noting.
If you don't want to pay for food, you get people on our asteroid to make food.
He's the kind of guy that likes to clip coupons.
Your asteroid is never going to be like that.
That's true.
Yeah, it can't even maintain its population once we populate it.
Maybe even a population of 1 would struggle, maybe.
Oh no. It could easily support a population of 1.
What?
Oh yeah, it's big
Yeah,
enough.
there's fish and there's plants.
Yeah.
Fish?
In the water.
Lafdul can use his gem cutting to make food.
Okay. Are there any other provisions that you want to get before you leave? Supplies, provisions, anything else?
I need to deposit an amount of money for the feat of skill that'll pay my way for like 6 months, I guess.
Keep in mind that
Fairy
after
Guild...
that, you can just have it come out of like once your shop is established, you can have that kind of thing come out of the profits there.
Yeah. Oh, it's Fairy Guild a month. That's what I got wrote down. So 30 times 6. Oh. Not as much as I thought it'd be. Only 180. Thought it was
I mean,
more
it depends
than
on how many
that. Oh,
months you want to prepay.
well, I'll pay a year. just to be sure, considering my track record.
It's like a mortgage payment.
Yeah, and I don't want to put Bellas. I don't want to give Bellas a bad example of working with Lafdul. He just gets you in debt. But what was it? 360. Right. I'll pay that up. When did we last get a year older? That was
Quite a
recently,
while
wasn't it?
ago. It's coming up on another year.
I want to try and sync it up with that, ideally. Oh well. Doesn't matter for now. Alright, I'll just make a note of when it's when we left Bral, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Braxon's younger than he ever was.
I mean, like, if you like, it'll come to a point where you can just like once you have a source of money, source of funds on Bral,
mitigate it.
Well, more that then you can, every time a month passes in game, even if you're not on Bral, you can just subtract the money, and then next time you get back to Bral, like it'll just be an accountant trick kind of thing. Subtract money from your current funds, and then you just get money back from whatever profits your gem shop makes. And rather than subtract from that, like he would have paid it, and then he makes it up to you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just it would just be an accountant trick.
Oh, and the rent was £50 per month, so.
And unlike some accounting tricks, it's maybe not fraud.
It is most definitely not fraud because it is just juggling numbers around in game to make things easier for you.
50,
So
I will pay a year's worth of rent for the shop as well.
Okay.
So 600 gold as well.
All right.
So we've got 15 whole points of wood. So the question is, do we want to buy some wood here, or do we want to go somewhere where we can get cheap wood, like a world? or maybe Finn could find us a place where we could take down a few trees. But probably
How
it's
much would
easy
you
just
think we need?
Well, how much are you going to let people shoot the ship?
I mean, it's
I don't
green
think we
shield.
decide that. I think all decides that, or the dice decide that.
I mean, we could stop off at green shield. I mean, there's a few trees there. More than a few trees. And plus, I wouldn't mind spending a little tiny bit of time talking to the pixies. I want to share what I learned from the Elven space there. I mean, you don't have to, but I just thought I could do that at the same time. That's all.
You can also get some at Garden.
Yeah,
All that.
Garden would be in realm space, though, wouldn't it? So,
Well, yeah, but do you think you're going to need 15 hull points of wood on the trip to realm space?
I don't know. I don't know how sneaky you are with sending monsters at us.
Well, I am pretty sneaky, but you'd have to really get your ship messed up.
Well,
Yeah.
Does
You can always cannibalize the hell
enemy
or
ship.
whatever. On an enemy ship.
I got a question for Finn. Does Finn need any druid stuff?
You might need to expand upon that, because I don't even know what you mean.
Yeah, that's we all do our spell component things.
No, like herbs and stuff. Like sometimes Finn goes to
Okay, all right, that's what I wasn't sure about.
That
Finn?
Nothing I have planned in particular, but if we happen across some place where I can get herbal ingredients for some of my herbal magic, I would be interested in going out and searching.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, two birds with one stone sort of thing. So you're basically just saying you don't need to, but if we go anywhere, you'll try to get some. Okay. So Lafdul, it comes down to you. Do you really want to go talk to those pixies?
Uh,
No, I'm not that fussed. Well, I mean, it would be nice. That was all I was saying.
how much cargo space do we have left after those 15 hull points worth of wood?
Oh, I'll have to check the modifications on the ship is up to date. But before we have because we got extra weapons, they use up space. We've got 19 tons for both ships. The standard is 35, but because of extra weapons, we've lost cargo space. And I
was thinking that how about we trust that the 15 tons is enough for now, and instead, for example, just ask if there's any commissions that we could transport while we are going to realm space and through to grey space.
Well, first you're looking for commissions in Bral space.
Yeah,
then you're looking for ones in realm space.
So, Brawl space it wouldn't necessarily take you greatly out of your way, but it would be out of your way if you were transporting anything around Brawl space.
Yeah.
Because the idea was that you would go to your asteroid and then immediately head to the sphere wall. There really isn't much, other than hitting up some, farming asteroids along the way, there really isn't anything along the way, any of that.
Yeah, there's Braxon asteroid as well. Yeah,
is there any commissions?
The would have good wood.
Is there any commissions going from here to realm space?
There's always something that you could pick up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anyone wants, well, I'd say we got one guest room, so because Arca's Paladin.
Technically we have 2 guest rooms.
I assume your Paladin friend, either I'm moving into Leva's room, or your Paladin is going into Leva's room, Well, I mean, I say me or Finn. I mean, because
I mean,
well,
I wasn't going to assume. I was going to let all that just kind of shake out to figure out where she would stay.
She is your squire, so she would definitely be staying in your room.
Okay, so she's staying with me, and
Like, 'cause she helps you get your armor on and stuff.
yeah.
Make sure your gear is polished and such.
Yep. So basically, I mean, if you guys want to swap around rooms and stuff, let me know after the session so I can make the changes to the map. And decide. Finn, would you want to swap rooms? Are you happy where you are? Like, if either up to where Leva's room was or over to Lafdul's room, I can bring you guys over to the.
Finn will stay where he was.
Okay.
I was thinking about it because I do spell research a lot of the time, and it's just in and out.
So to get you closer to the library, basically.
On the point of guests, I would recommend we take cargo and not guests, because if we take guests, we need to have food for them.
And if you take guests, then I should have known about that in advance so that I could have come up with names and backgrounds and stuff for them.
That was the problem I was thinking of, being like, I don't think Ald has anything prepped.
Oh, you still got Lenelius on this. You should
oh yeah,
off him, unfortunately.
Deleted from existence.
No, he's the only one who's got like a statue that looks like leather. I need to go to Grayspace and see if I can copy it to get more leather statues. So we have one asteroid. So as previous members,
he's gone. Don't worry.
He's not deleted from existence. He's gone home.
Are you planning to make Higamus and
Yelden, yeah,
and Yelden statues as well?
as best as I can. I mean, I can use, I can hire or request or ask Finn's services for a specific time where we knew they were, and then I can just then I can just copy that.
I think someone's forgot about Xanthir and.
Oh yeah, Xanthir. Well, the guy killed me. Yes, so no wonder I forgot about him.
And our other female colleague.
I'd like to remind you that Xanthir helped drag your body back to a temple.
Oh, grateful!
Wow.
Do you remember our other female colleague that disappeared one day? That was a messenger.
Oh, Simra, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about Simra. She was kind of like there but not there.
It was a very long time ago.
I wonder what she's doing these days.
I don't know. Maybe we'll bump into her at some point.
I marked on the ship the glyphs that I placed.
Okay.
They're the green G's.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if I go into the other room next to Solas, because we don't want potentially guests going in there so close to our library.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I will move to Lava's old room, I guess.
Okay.
Old makes a note that it takes Lafdul 2 more rounds to get to battle stations.
Have I upgraded in size? Yeah, I have slightly.
Solas actually has, I think, the smallest room.
Yeah, Solas got a tiny room.
I think the biggest rooms are tied between me and Braxon.
Braxon's got the biggest.
Yeah. I think
Finn's actually is pretty big as well.
Braxton's room's also an office. Captain's room is like where we have meetings and stuff.
So I'm going to remove that the symbols for spells cast on room number 7 on your old room.
Oh.
Because you would have dispelled
Yeah. I would have replaced them. I'll buy some more incense to say that I've done that.
There's one glyph in the library side door that Solas has made.
So you can swap those, like you can change those and put your own on there, kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So for now, you can just kind of like use those rooms as storage and stuff like that. You know, if you encounter anyone along the way, aka a new party member,
Yeah.
But so that is fine there. And remember, like if you ever want more space or more quarters or something like that, you can divide up some of these rooms as well to get more space.
Yeah, some of these rooms are quite big.
I like the way Solas is like, I will have the
Yeah, I know.
smallest
He
bed.
had the opportunity to switch rooms, but now he wants to cut me off.
No,
I'm not saying that
joking, I don't
Solas is
mind.
bigger room. Solas is just saying that some of these rooms are quite big.
I like the way Solas is like, I will have the smallest possible bed so that I can have more books. Is what I was about to say. He's like,
No, he lies on
have...
books.
He wouldn't lie on books.
His bed is suitable enough.
Has he got like a hammock or something, you know?
No, his bed's got a built-in bookcase underneath with like books on top, like a bunk bed. I would think.
Let's give me an idea for a gift for Solas, actually.
Okay. Also, if you guys want to make any like cosmetic changes to your room, like put in more windows and stuff like that, you can always make a note on that and get that done at some point. Or if it's a cosmetic change that could have been done, well, obviously, like not anything with Lafdul, because this was a pretty sudden room change.
Yeah.
But you know, others you could make some changes.
I would have to move my safe, but that could just be bolted and unbolted in a day or something.
Yeah. Solas, yes?
Would we still have the cargo door on the lower cargo deck on the room?
No, but I can't remove that, so.
Ah, okay.
That would have been replaced by a normal wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, I guess that's gonna be.
So it's not like Knight Rider where we can press a button and it ejects Lafdul into space.
I mean, if you want that, all you got to do is talk to some gnomes.
Couldn't Solas design a thing like that?
Probably got engineering.
I think you'd need gnomes for something that complex. You would definitely need gnomes.
You set it up so that in case of danger, you eject the helmsman.
Are we at the bottom of the ship?
No, that's like the top of the ship.
Oh,
yeah.
No, me and Solas is.
No,
if you look
that's
at
top of
the bottom right corner.
Look down here.
Yeah, bottom right corner. We are on the lower cargo deck.
Like,
we are about halfway.
The smaller the space gets, the higher up you are, because you're like in the tail of the dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are about halfway on the ship.
No, I was thinking about casting shape would make Solas fall through the void.
The only thing that frustrates me about that side map is I'm like, you could fit so many extra floors in there.
Yeah. One thing that I would say is like some of this is poorly drawn out in that like I don't think that the decks should be taller. Number one, like there should not be this. It should not be this thick between the officer's deck and the command deck. It should be just a simple line like you have down here.
Yeah.
So that's part of the problem. So that is space that should like that to this line should really be a full deck, and then there shouldn't be this thick blackness here. It should go all the way up.
True. That's true.
So then this deck should also be taller, and I would actually. I would definitely like shrink down the total height of the dolphin a little bit, but also this upper cargo deck can't fit with the shuttle here. The shuttle should have a deeper draft. So I would actually
You're
put
right.
the lower cargo deck right here, and the upper cargo deck right here,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you've got this big draft area for the shuttle.
This is one of the reasons why this is. I don't like this ship.
It just needs some tweaks, and also,
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest problem with this ship is that it can't land anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest problem with the.
Yeah,
ship.
but it's the only ship that's got its own built-in shuttle, so it's like it is kind of good for that. But
It's not the only one. Anyway, so you've gotten swapped around. So that should be fine. You guys can fix up your hit points as well. I did actually want to ask. Do you want Nor and Nemariel to gain a level? Because that will cost more. 50 gold more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
please.
they need to go up levels because they're both wizards with like 8 hit points or something if they're lucky.
But if they go up levels, they cost more. That's the thing.
That's
I
fine.
I want them to go up levels.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
need to go up levels. They've been with us for so long.
Okay.
anyone against?
No one, I don't think. Finn, sorry.
No.
Solas?
I'm for them leveling up.
Okay. So
Okay.
that'll be 50 more gold each for pay.
Yeah, they got 3rd level spells now, so.
So, what levels are they now?
They're gonna be
they're
5th
both
level.
5th.
5th.
Did their spell jamming speed increase?
Probably depends on the helm.
Don't we have a major helm?
Yeah,
Yes,
no, we got
you-
it on the blade. Look on
No,
that.
actually, it does not because it's next level when that happens.
Okay.
Yo, yeah, 6th level.
Yep.
So we need to them to go up at least one more level.
Just get them. Maybe.
So they can never
along
be
with us.
higher than half the average level of the party.
Right now,
What
our
is
average
half?
level is like
6.
somewhere between 10 to 11.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
saying our average
Leva
level, I
was
haven't halved it
12.
yet.
Leva was 12, and that was bumping you guys up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I think most of us are level 10 or 11.
I'm 12 on my rogue. About the average between the two, I guess.
I'm 9 and 10 since my cleric is a bit slower.
Yeah, my priest is 9. My rogue is 12.
I'm level 11. What level are you, Braxon?
What level is Braxon? He's
You should know this off the top of your head without looking.
he's 11th level.
All right,
And Finn is
11, isn't he? Yeah.
You can let him answer, though.
10th.
Yeah, I realized as I said that I need to stop doing that. I'm trying.
Yeah, so
Okay,
just as
Finn's 10th
a
level.
reminder, when someone is asking me a question, let me answer it, and when someone is asking another player a question, let them answer it. Just as a
sorry.
friendly reminder.
So most of us are at least 10th level.
Yeah, so they're up to 5th. That is most definitely average.
I don't know what's going on, but the token on this layer, I increased my hit points to 78 on my character sheet, but I'm still seeing 53. I don't know whether
I'm seeing
need to
78.
Just refresh
You
it.
have to refresh.
It looks full on my side.
right.
It does that
Yeah.
sometimes. I don't know why. I think part of it is having tokens on I've never I haven't pulled your tokens out and put them back on this page in forever. So I think sometimes it forgets things. I've
Yeah.
noticed that to get proper information on a new map when I pull your tokens out, I have to open up your character sheets for some reason. I don't know why.
Right.
Mm.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
But yeah, refreshing should fix the problem Braxon had
Yeah,
with the token.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Okay, so it's actually just a few days before your normal pay period turnover. I think it's probably best to just reset that and start a new cycle.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because like
It's better for tracking.
yeah, it's better for tracking, and so some people get 6 free days out of their pay, additional pay. Whoop-de-doo, right? Okay. So you've gotten the 15 gift fighters, 30 5th level dwarves, and 15 5th level Herwadi fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all fighters. I have not come up with specific stats for them yet, but I will do so as soon as, well, hopefully by next week. It was Thanksgiving week here, so that was quite a bit of.
He's got food coma.
Busy. It was just more like I did not have time for anything that I really wanted to.
I need to update the bio and info on the cards for the blade.
Okay.
And the shuttle. I'll do that between this game, next game.
Okay. Also, and it's not going to be immediately, but eventually we're going to be in a situation where if you have any combat effects due to encumbrance, you're going to need to know. So, over the next few weeks, please do calculate out what you would normally carry. Like, and my recommendation is to have a couple, like you could just pull up a spreadsheet and say, like, where the thing is located, and then make a note, like, if you're, on Brawl, would you be carrying this, this pack or something like that, You could just do it in a spreadsheet or something like that. That way, you can very quickly just, like, glance at a page and be like, because this is this type of thing, we're going into a dungeon or whatever, or we're going into a town, my encumbrance is going to be this.
Yeah, I need to work that out for the fly as well, don't I?
Yes.
Because I can only have so much gear if I want to use the fly.
Yeah, and that'll be important for things like teleports and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try and make time for that.
Especially for fighting strength draining shades. It's not a unreasonable guess. Dark place,
Okay, so you wanted to see about some cargo commissions out to realm space.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of goods that you prefer taking?
Small things.
It's stuff that doesn't smash easily, ideally.
Small things would be better.
Okay.
What do you mean by small things exactly?
Well, something small that costs a lot of money will get paid a lot for moving it. It won't take up a lot of space. Whereas if we take something like wood, it would take up a lot of space. We don't want to take something like fish.
Out of curiosity, Odd,
Mhm.
I would have gone to the Elven Imperial Navy at some point, made a request, to meet someone, because I want to look up where, because they keep track of like notes and stuff. I would have tried to figure out where my brother might have been stationed.
They can tell you that he's not stationed in Brawl Space. That's what they can tell you.
Yeah,
they cannot tell you. No, they do not know. They individual sphere commands are semi-autonomous.
All right, that's fine.
Like,
I'll get like
Brawl
a rough...
Space, like the Elven Imperial Navy and Brawl Space will have a general idea of what the Elven Imperial Navy in Realm Space is doing, and they'll know important ships. Like they'll know about the they'll know how many and which armadas are in that command, and they may know rough number of like how many men of war they have, but beyond that, they do not have, other than the major people, they don't know anything unless they could tell you if some people have transferred from Brawl Space to Realm Space. They could tell you if anyone has transferred from Realm Space to Brawl Space, but they do not have any information about who is actually on duty in realm space.
Ald,
I'll-
I have a question that is a bit unrelated.
Okay.
It's about weapon proficiencies.
Yeah.
Would the whole so the staff that goes into a spear and an all pike, would those like be affected by my long spear proficiency, like a relayed weapon bonus or something?
All pike and spear will get you familiarity,
Okay.
but
So
each
that
of
means
those
it's a
is its
minus
own
1, 7,
proficiency.
-2.
Yes.
Okay, and when it comes to, and the staff wouldn't be affected by anything like my base proficiency or
It's
anything?
non-proficient.
Okay, so that's -2.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Getting back to the cargo thing.
Mhm.
Point of order: before we go asking a load of other people, we should ask our new business partner if he has something he wants to send. I know that was part of the deal, but
All the gems.
He's an importer. He's not an
I
exporter.
know. Oh no,
So
that's
he-
fine. But I
no,
thought,
but he won't have anything.
okay, cool.
No, but
Is there
I move.
anything?
Sorry,
Go
go
on.
on.
Is
No,
there
I
anything
will-
he?
Yeah.
Go on, Braxon.
I was
Go on,
interrupting
Braxton.
you. That's what I was saying.
Go on, Braxon.
All right, I'll finish. Is there anything he might want us to bring back?
The fact that you're going from here to realm space and then to gray space and then probably to tier space, basically means that anything that he might want, someone else is going to get it back faster.
Okay,
and
fair
thus
enough.
safer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, like he sees that we're trying to help.
Yeah. All right. So the thing about small goods is that they tend to be more valuable, and thus more at risk. Like you'd be looking at needing to get some insurance, kind of thing. Like if you wanted to
Right.
take herbs or glassware or jewelry or something like small stuff. If you're willing to take like a bulk order of lead or iron ingots or copper ingots, don't be like Ian Nasir. I mean,
Yeah.
you could get like a basic insurance, and it's much less likely to be damaged in shipping. So the fact that you're
Okay.
an adventuring vessel, everyone is going to be like, yeah, you're less likely to have the cargo lost
now,
to
but-
pirates, but you're going to be fighting the pirates as
Yeah.
opposed to just being like, pirates? Yeah, white flag up right away, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we should take bulk products like
Sounds good.
metal. Since
Yeah, the ingots are
that isn't
durable.
yeah. Or finished metal goods if there is something like that.
Oh, you could take like sets of armor and stuff or whatever. Like military surplus or I don't know.
But
In that
yeah,
case-
something that is durable and isn't going to be risk of breaking.
In that case, we might want to ask our friends, the dwarves. If they've got stuff.
Yeah, so the dwarves would be willing to, like, they would tell you that they have had some inquiries from Brawl Space about some high quality tools like pickaxes, shovels, that sort of thing. So
Brawl space or realm space?
to realm space.
Realm space. Right.
Excavation.
Like the fact that you're
stuff.
going to realm space and you're going to be doing some stuff and then going on to gray space. If you were saying
Yeah.
we're going straight to gray space,
Yeah.
that would be different. Like then they'd
Mm-hmm.
it'd be a commission for that. But the fact that no one is going to give you something to go to gray space, if you're gonna stop off in realm space and wander
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And I think we would want to have take another commission in the realm space to gray space.
I mean, if you were
Yes,
going to go
definitely.
to like if you were just going to realm space, stopping off at garden, and then immediately leaving again to get to a gray space to top off supplies kind of thing, then yeah, you might get a commission to gray space, but otherwise no.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough because we want to get rid of the cargo as soon as possible.
Okay.
As soon as we get rid of it, as soon as we get back, the money from what we're doing.
Okay, so since this is something for someone else, you're not actually purchasing the goods. They will commission you to carry as much as you can hold, as much as your cargo, as much as you're comfortable taking in your cargo.
Yeah.
And they will pay you. Let's see.
All right, I'll have to double check the calculations after the game.
So they'll pay you 800 gold for a whole consignment. Well, let me rephrase. Well, how many cargo tons would you be willing to take, roughly?
Well,
you can give me a rough number.
We've got less. We've only got 19 tons worth of cargo hold, and we've used up. We've got 2.5 lots of extra food, and we've got 15 wood. That takes up space.
That's 3 tons right there, and then 1.5 for the other.
Yeah.
Did you just say 10?
Yeah, 10. 10 sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be 800 gold.
And where they want this to be dropped off?
Far World, orbiting garden.
Okay.
I assume there'd be like a letter of introduction or a trade.
You'd have a bill of lading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
couldn't think of the word.
Yep.
The letter thing reminded me. Do we still have the letter of introduction from the Imperial Navy?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Lafdul,
grey space.
It was general introduction to when we went to green space, and there's been some other markings in there.
Yeah.
But I would think that Lafdul would be interested in showing that to the realm space Imperial Navy when he inquires about his brother.
Yeah. Good idea.
If
so
we
need
insurance,
real fast. The in realm space, the best place for you to make contact with the Elven Imperial Navy, like Far World and definitely Dragon Rock would be the 2 best places.
Well, if we're dropping off a cargo at Far World, then makes sense to go there.
Dragon Rock is guaranteed to have essentially an embassy. Dragon Rock is kind of the equivalent of Bral in realm space. Far World would just have it might have a ship in port kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
it won't hurt to check, but Dragon Rock will be better.
Right.
Dragon Rock's in orbit around Toril. So if you actually want a ship to go to Toril rather than a ship to go, we're just off to green space. We're just leaving. Then Dragon Rock's place to go.
Yeah, the Tears of Saloon, rumor has it that there's a hidden, the headquarters of the Realm Space fleet is in the Tears, is what the rumor is. So.
You said something about getting insurance. Braxon met that underwriter ages ago. I've forgotten his name. Hang on. My notes probably say. Gold Aster of Bral. Is he still around? Could we get some insurance from him?
You can, but the insurance is more the dwarves, as long as the cargo isn't lost, you know, there's not a whole lot of like the cargo would have to be like really, really damaged to affect these tools because they're packed well and stuff like that. They're not fragile. So they're not going to be expecting you to get insurance. The fact that you've got a big ship is insurance enough. The insurance would be if you were carrying like glassware or gems and jewelry or herbs or perishables or fragile goods or extremely expensive.
And plus we got a big fighting crew now as well.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, I'm ready to go to our base.
Out of curiosity, I want to see if there's a teleport spell on the scroll. I'm just going to try.
Alright.
Never know. I might be able to teleport back to the ship if I ended up parting. Oh, yeah. Worth a shot. I might be able to get one there anyway, so. Realm space.
Yeah, and what this means is that there's just not one for sale at any of the shops, and you're not finding a wizard willing to part with one.
Okay.
Before we leave, Solas would visit the Seekers and ask if they have anything that they would want him to basically drop off to Seekers in Realm Space or Grey Space, and also visit his master to ask if his master has anything he wishes to send to Tier Space.
So you can get a kind of a packet. Well, first the Seekers would ask. So you're definitely confirming you're going to Farworld. Do you guys feel confirmed that you're going to go to Dragon Rock?
Yeah, I would vote for
this is for the whole group.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
I think so, because if we want to go to Toril, that's the place to go.
Okay. All right. So the Seekers will give you kind of like a packet of letters and information and writings and things like that to deliver to a Seeker representative on Farworld, another one on Dragon Rock. But since you're not sure exactly where you're going to go in Grey Space yet, they're not going to have anything for there.
Okay.
And also, again, the fact that you're going to be flying around Realm Space for a little bit, they'll wait for someone who's actually going straight to Grey Space.
Yeah, but if they had anything that is not in a major hurry.
But yeah, these also don't take up that much room, and people are a lot of good people are willing to do little favors like this for the Seekers, because the Seekers have a lot of information, and staying on their good side means easy access to that information.
Yeah. And I'm doing this mostly because I'm a member and I want to help the organization.
Yeah. Your master will give you a few letters to deliver in Tier Space as well.
Okay. And I will tell my master that I will send his well wishes to rest of his family there.
Okay.
You got a sending spell now. You can talk to him.
That's true. All right. So, you guys ready to depart? Any other last-minute things you want to do?
I would have gone to Thieves Guild and told them, I'm basically doing what same as like Solas is doing. Is is there any drop off or anything you need while I'm going to Realm Space?
They're basically never going to, because they're too.
They keep to the same sphere then.
Yeah, I mean they like any kind of contact they have with Realm Space is very peripheral to their.
All right, they haven't got like a bounty, like kill this guy, Ranta here.
If they've been run off of Bral, that's the important thing.
Right.
And it's just more, if he comes back, then yeah, he's getting jettisoned, kind of thing.
It's quite expensive to try and track and kill someone on other sphere.
Okay.
No, I was just making my services available as
Yep.
it were.
All right. So, with that, you guys will be ready to go. I'm going to wrap up the you had some days where you were doing other things, so I think all of that would have happened in that time.
As Braxon leveled up then in his.
It was a very minor thing. I would have bought some literature, some
All right, but
reading
Braxon was talking.
entertainment.
Braxon was talking.
Sorry.
Braxon was doing those exercises.
You still have days left.
Still have days left. Okay, sorry. Lafdul, your turn.
It's the way I would have responded to you. It's got like stonewalled.
He's got days left. I've been tracking it. I'm tracking it.
It's like
He's got
so
days left.
harsh.
I'm now doing star jumps while Lafdul's asking you the question.
Yeah, no, I just wanted some reading material. That was all, something to pass the time, games and stuff like that. So I'd spend like 50 gold and
Alright, that's fine.
some entertainment stuff.
Okay. So I'm going to reset. Go ahead and make a payment, and I'm going to reset that to 0. And you guys can shove off and make your way to your asteroid. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull you over to the Bral space sphere chart.
Oh, and I'd be like chiseling an epitaph or like, well, it'd be more of a memorial thing than a gravestone, wouldn't it?
It is entirely up to you guys what you wanted it to be. You chose to be doing it, so you discuss it and you decide. I'm not telling you what to do on that.
Body.
I can't tell you what to do on
I'm just
that.
going to.
I think it
memorial
would be
stone.
just a black.
7. So we move 4 things per day, don't we? And there's
5.
5. Okay.
Where's my list of encounters? Hold on a second.
It would help if I could pick up the ship rather than just move the map.
You're probably on the pan thing
3.
rather than the select tool.
Yeah, I was. So we'll move 5 in the first day.
Okay.
Unless we bump into something.
Yes, but it is not particularly time-consuming. During first shift, the 9th hour, you do encounter a pack of brown scavers, but that is nothing at all to worry about with your new crew.
Yeah.
They easily dispatch enough to get the brown scavers to think twice about being anywhere near your ship.
Okay.
With normal crew, we might have lost someone.
I like the way that Recab's wedge looks like a slice of pizza.
Yeah, I made it a wedge. I made it a wedge. look at Menial's arch up here. I made it a crescent.
Yeah. But I'm just like all those Spelljammer pizza memes I posted. And that was Braxon's home, a giant pizza slice.
It's also why Braxon is so interested in all the wedges.
I made it look like what you said it looked like.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
You should actually write that up for the Wildspace magazine at some point.
No, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, so you're able to dispatch them without too much trouble. This does give Ingritha a good opportunity to actually encounter like relatively up close some dangerous wild space life. Ockar, does she have a missile weapon proficiency?
I'm back. What?
Does Ingritha have a missile weapon?
She has a bow.
Okay, so she participated with the crew in fending off the brown scavers, so did get her some experience on that. I wanted to see if she did have a missile weapon.
Yeah, she has short bow.
Okay. All right, so yes, she was able to help out as well, eager to do so.
I think we might need to adjust our shifts because we've lost Lever and Ockar's got a helper.
Yes.
So we might need one person. Obviously, she's his squire, so
She's going to be
They'll
on
be on
his
the same-
shift.
They'll be on the
regardless.
same shift, yeah.
Yeah.
So we might need someone to move shifts. But we'll.
You don't have enough, and we will eventually have another party member.
Yeah.
Like, either Lev comes back or we get someone new. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it right now. Although,
No.
So shift 1 is Finn, Ockar, and Solas. Shift 2 was Leva, Braxon, and Lafdul. So depending on what type of character they decide to, is decided to play, might require some shifting. But right now, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Okay, well, I just meant we've gone from 3 and 3 to 2 and 4.
Yeah, but
it's
it's more 3 and 2, because if any of you guys wanted to pick up a henchman in some way,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have exclaimed interest in picking up an apprentice.
Yeah, I will get to you after the game most likely or something, because I am going to pick up an apprentice on Tar.
So, some of you guys will get followers, but the asteroid needs to be quote-unquote done before that happens. And some of them might be, considered henchmen. So just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to work on the asteroid.
All right.
Right. Are we going to do the next day?
Yep.
Okay. So we only need to move. We only need to move 2, so we're already there.
Hold on, let me put that behind. All right. So you get to the asteroid before midday, and were you guys building out exterior docks to dock your battle dolphin?
I think the idea was that we keep the base hidden. So
we
would fly in with the shuttle.
You have a very then you would leave the big ship.
Rowing now. It's the odd one out. It's got a biosphere.
If we fly in with the shuttle, we're losing 2 people their spells to get onto the asteroid. But yeah, we can do that.
So basically, every time you go to the asteroid, you're taking the shuttle in.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, feels like it defeats the purpose of not defeats the purpose, but
I wouldn't mind having exterior docks.
It makes it less easy to use as a base, in my personal opinion. But that's my personal opinion.
We'll have to do that.
In terms of, like, the thing is like, you've got your asteroid and Axis's Dwarven Citadel are kind of functioning as, like, they're not exactly orbiting each other, but you can think of them as orbiting each other. They're very close together. One can pretty easily defend the other, kind of thing, with heavy weapons.
I do think you're right. I think we should have exterior docks. I think it would make getting to and fro a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially with all the caravan working going back. I say caravan working, the dwarves going backwards and forwards, it kind of made sense. It would have made their life a hell of a lot easier.
It could be temporary exterior docks as well. Like, if you want to have an interior docking facility, you could do that.
Is this asteroid big enough to make a hole that a dolphin would fit in?
It is, but it would take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Some of which has already been done, because this asteroid has been, like, in-game construction-wise, you guys were gone for 2 years, and it was being worked on for years before that as well. So work has been done on this for quite a bit. That is not reflected in the game narrative right now. So there's an element of that going on.
Well, if we don't care about the base being that hidden, then I would say that outside docks might be better.
Yeah, but
Outside,
I mean, if you're not,
outside,
if you haven't decided right now, then you can say that there's
the moment
currently a temporary exterior dock that you
Yeah.
can retcon into a permanent exterior dock if that's what you decide, or you can have an internal thing set up.
once we
Yeah.
get a dock, we need to have this place essentially manned because nobody's just going to leave an empty asteroid that's been made up.
let's deal with this outside the game. Yeah, it'll be a temporary dock for now, and we outside the game when we're not burning up game time, we can talk about the merits of spending more money so that we can get this big ship inside, what that might change to the lake and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do want ideally by the next time you come back to Brawl Space, I would really like to know what your overall plan is with this. I don't need like a detailed floor plan, but a description of what you want it to be like, and rough sizes and stuff like that, so that I can actually calculate out what would be done by now and what still needs to be done and how much it would cost and everything like that. Because you've had we've been playing for a number of years essentially with your characters have already got ideas and already gotten stuff done and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you as players have not decided any of that yet. So therefore, I can't it's a Schrodinger's cat kind of situation where a lot has been done,
but nothing has been done.
But nothing has been done. Yeah.
The other issue with this is a lot of this stuff was decided before Finn joined the party, and we would have made adjustments.
Yeah.
To take into account Finn's
Mm-hmm.
needs.
I understand that.
So we might have already spent money doing something that we then change, but yeah, this is Finn's asteroid as much as it is everyone else's.
So, yeah, but basically what I want is
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we will.
But what I do want is by the next time you get back to Brawl Space, at least an idea so that I can start describing what it's like, figuring out all these things, and I work with me on that. Ask me what's possible. And stuff like that.
I think we'll add another sheet to our Google Doc, and then we can all put a list of our requirements and sort it out that way.
Yeah, and remember, you've got this internal lake. The dwarves can drain it. They can move the water around in various ways and stuff like that. So there's a lot you can do with this. So just give it some thought. However, because they're still working, you are probably going to need to put more money down on it.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, you don't have to actually pay with money. If you have other valuables, you can give them that, gems, spare magic items as well. You'll need to give them some money because they will need some liquid funds to continue the work. But, if you want to pay them for, future work with gems and other things of value, you can certainly do so.
Did we have gems left?
Yeah, we got loads of gems. 5k gems.
It'd be a good place to offload gems that we were having trouble selling on Bral.
Yeah,
and does anyone need to keep any particular gems for spells or anything?
If the party is interested in, Solas could use some of those gems to create focal stones for people.
What does a focal stone do?
It's a magic gem that can be later on used in other things, and it also works it can also be used once to neutralize poison in a drink. But I can enchant the gems to hold some other form of magic to be used later on.
Oh, that's a spell you taught me, isn't it?
Yeah. It needs expensive
Pinch of
gems.
opal.
I don't really know because I don't know what all the implications are, but we'd only need to keep
also-
1 gem per person in order to be able to do that, wouldn't we? So
Yeah.
how many gems have we got?
Lafdul posted a
Oh, sorry.
in the Discord.
Yeah, I can give a more broad thing because I just got an idea of numbers. Yeah, that's only gems. Where are you? Probably wanna know
Basically,
what
you have
gems are.
over 400,000 gold pieces worth of gems right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not going to
Yeah.
hurt to keep a few just in case, and then we don't have to think about it now. We can think about it later, and you can give us more of a business case of what each gem might be able to do.
Right, but right now, how much do you think you want to pay the dwarves to keep working?
Just use that one. It's slightly better. Screenshot.
Well, we was away for a long time, weren't we?
Do we still have any of those diamonds?
Diamonds are the most useful to keep. So
that's what we still have. I think what Lafdul posted.
yeah, that's what we still got.
We
38 diamonds, 21 emeralds, 24 rubies. They're all.
I say we give them some. I say we give them some of those cut rubies.
Mm-hmm.
A mix of cut rubies and emeralds.
Maybe 10 of each.
That 10 of each would be 100,000 gold pieces worth.
How much was it to get the entire asteroid done?
The fact that you guys haven't
exactly what we want.
Yeah, the fact that you haven't told me what you want out of it.
Just do 5 of each. No, 5 of the 2.
Okay,
which
you're gonna
is
really
50.
skimp. Understood.
What?
Well, as I understand it, the amount of money that I needed for like just getting a fort built on an asteroid when I wanted to do that for my in-game thing, that was nearly 500,000. So
All right.
I imagine 100,000 would be good enough right now if we're doing an entire asteroid, you know?
All right. Yeah, that's fine then. I didn't realize.
Because it's like 500,000 if I want to get a fort constructed on Green Shield.
Oh, 10 from both of them.
Yeah.
Is everyone happy with that?
Yeah. If we overpaid, you'd give it back to us, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So there you go. So we just give them what we think what we guess it will cost, and then if we guess low, then we gotta give them some more.
Yeah. So give them 10 cut rubies and 10 cut emeralds.
Yeah,
and that'll be 100,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, and that way, if we guess right when we get the plan sorted, it will have all been paid for and built by the time we get back. Maybe, because we were away as well, weren't we?
Yep.
It took us a while to get back from when we had the cosmic storm thrown at us.
Okay, just making some notes. Is there anything else that you want to give them as well, to, like, magic items that you don't really care for that you can just use to shore it up? And then you do need to give them some liquid cash.
Was anyone interested in that dagger?
It was just magical combat bonus, wasn't it?
Was anyone interested in the what?
The magical standard dagger, it could be a backup weapon for any fighters.
I don't know what it is yet. I want us to find out what it is.
Magic Slate said that it has minor combat enchantment.
It could either be like a +1 or a +2 dagger.
Braxon would be interested.
No, you take it then.
No, I'm not taking it.
I don't want it.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, Finn hasn't answered yet.
Right.
I don't know why. Yeah. Right.
I didn't hear Finn's answer since Lafdul spoke up.
Can you say that again, Finn?
I am not interested in the dagger.
You're not interested. Okay, cool.
So only Braxon is
I
interested in it.
I don't see it on the sheet.
It wasn't specifically on the sheet because originally I stole it and it was being used to track. So it is a. Hang on, I'll find it. There's a silver dagger with a.
Pearl on hilt.
Hang on. Oh, I don't have the power on it. Dagger with a silver hilt with a power on the pommel. That's literally it right here. That's.
Dagger with a silver hilt.
Where I linked in the group chat.
Oh. Well, I want to put it on the sheet.
Just put it onto your
Well,
character.
I mean,
Going to your
if you're only
Correct.
one interested in it, then you
yeah.
can just take it.
Yeah, but it's not been identified yet.
It has.
We have identified it with Slate, and it has
If you want to
minor
know
combat bonus, nothing
its
else.
exact one, you need to pay 250 for the better identification. If you want to know
The
exactly
better
what it is.
identification doesn't give
Okay.
the exact bonus.
Doesn't it?
It
Thought it did.
doesn't. No.
Okay, sorry. What do we know about it? Because you both spoke at the same time.
It has minor combat enchantment.
Minor combat enchantment.
Nothing else.
Okay.
That's why we thought it was either
Alright.
+1 or +2.
Braxon will take that then and give that to one of the helmsmen. I'm trying to remember who didn't get something last time.
One of them's got a staff, the other one doesn't have a magical weapon.
Who
I
hasn't got a
don't know.
magical weapon?
I don't know which one off the top of my head because I don't have their character sheets.
So Nemeriel got the staff, and Nor has bracers that you've given him, and a ring of protection +1.
Alright. Yeah, no. Then.
Well, there's also Sunfire.
Sunfire can't use a dagger.
He's a cleric.
He can't use a dagger.
He can use
Yeah,
some
yes.
bladed weapons. I cannot remember if he can use daggers or not, but he does have a sling +1 that you gave him.
Okay.
He can use a hand axe if you ever get a hand axe.
We'll give the silver. Braxon will give the silver dagger to Nor then.
Okay.
It's cursed.
It might be cursed, yeah.
Hopefully not.
Nah. Maratsu was using it, so.
Lafdul is always
He might
jinxing
have
us.
had it. He might have had it to trick us.
It might be.
Considering I stole it off his person, it's not like he.
It could be something that hurts people that are the wrong alignment, couldn't it? But like Braxon would have picked.
I had
up.
true seeing up at the time, so I would have seen an alignment.
Okay. Right. Fair enough.
Also, we have identified it with Slate, so we have
Yeah.
what we have.
Okay. Basically, I want to get. If we've got items we don't want, I want to get our people working for us to have slightly better weapons so they don't die.
No, that's fine. I agree.
I was thinking about that we could have used that for the dwarves also.
We could have, yes, but I'd rather Nor didn't die.
Wow.
And
You're saying like that Nora is going to die without that dagger.
All right,
No.
that's neither here nor there. How much do you... It doesn't sound like you guys have any items that you want to give them for payment. How about how much money do you want to give them so that they have some liquid funds?
We would have to ask the Bank of Finn.
Oh, great Bank of Finn! How much can we give?
Well,
What are we looking for?
what's our current funds? Please.
Posting them in the chat.
So
platinum
which
gold.
one's which?
I'm thinking that 336 is the platinum pieces.
Yeah, platinum, gold, electrum, silver, copper.
Okay.
It's 5,000 a month for us to our running cost. Well, slightly over, I think.
How many
Finn
gems did
told us.
we end up deciding to give the dwarves?
We gave them
Kind
we
of
gave them
both.
10 of each. We gave them 10 rubies and 10 emeralds, which was like 100,000.
Then I think it would be only at the maximum it would be 10k that we should give a liquid cash
I agree.
We
at
should.
maximum.
I think we should. Platinum pieces are the most valuable ones, so I think we should give them away. Because our magic.
Just
bag
give them gold.
turned-
Just give them gold. It's easier.
Oh, okay.
We'll give them 10,000 gold.
Yeah, and the 10,000
same
gold is
reasonable?
the... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Everyone agree?
Okay.
10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right, Finn.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Okay, so 10,000 gold pieces and those gems. All right, that will definitely keep them working for a while.
Thank
Okay.
you.
It is about time for us to take our break. So when we come back from the break, you guys can decide on exactly how you want to memorialize Leva. Or, I mean, I assume you already basically have decided.
Yeah.
And
less.
we'll go with that and then leave your asteroid. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we shall see you shortly.
See you on the other side.